Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another episode in our coaching series for League of Legends, and we're going to be looking at a Silver 5 Tahm Kench game. So thanks again to Dagon, Dylan, as you may know him on the channel, for the wonderful donation. So we're going to start off doing an op.gg review, then we're going to go down, talk about the pregame, and then we will watch the game itself. I'll give lots of pointers for that, and we'll just sort of recap everything at the end in the postgame. After the game, I'm also going to talk about the new member system that I just started doing a few weeks ago. And then I also left a link for you for a coaching playlist and a champion guide. If you have any questions, if you would like a coaching session yourself, or if you want to become a member or have any other inquiries, you can email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. You can find a link to this document in the description of the video. You can also find timestamps to jump straight into the game if you just want to watch the game session, or if you just want to watch the post game, you can jump straight to that as well. And Dylan is a member, and so he was able to get these coaching sessions for just $18 instead of the typical $20. He commissioned 6 in a row, so that's very generous, very cool, and he saved a little chunk of change doing that. So just stay tuned afterwards if you want to know more about the member system, viewers night, the cool Discord community that we have going on, and a lot of the other perks of becoming a member. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. If you look at the op.gg, this is the game we're looking at. He placed 4 wards, which is pretty good. But for a 31-minute game, you really want to get to about 6 control wards at least. I think 1 per 5 minutes is a pretty good metric for what you should be aiming for. And then 1 normal ward per minute. And it looks like... where are the normal wards over here? 27 and 31 minutes is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so I think you should use the following runes for Tahm. Armor Reds, HP Yellows, CDR Blues, and Move Speed Quint. So we're pretty close on that. Got the Armor Reds. Armor Yellows are okay. I like the Health Yellows a little bit more. I really like the Move Speed Quints if you have those. If you don't have the IP for those, Armor's okay. But Move Speed is so important not only for saving yourself, but for saving other people that you have eaten. So I think it's very, very good to get that 4.5% move speed for Tahm. Also, that lets you get into position to use your ults better for roaming. So pretty good rune page. I think you could optimize a little bit. I really don't like the flat magic resist in most matchups unless you're against something really heavy, like unavoidable AP damage, like maybe a Zyra with her plants, or like a heavy AP Sona or something perhaps. But against Morg, I really, really would want to get the CDR. It's so important on Tahm Kench to have your W up, like always, whenever someone gets hit with a crowd control. So you really, really want to have CDR on Tahm Kench. He desperately needs that. Okay, so pretty good overall. As far as leveling up your abilities, I would only get up to 3 points in lane for Harass. If you're consistently landing Tongue Lashes, you can get 3 points. You may only want to get 2 points and then switch over to W. But for the same reason I just talked about the CDR on your W, you want to start leveling that ASAP, especially after you get to level 5 for the mid-game, because that's really where your power is in the mid-game, is saving people from getting picked. And if you're having to wait 12 seconds, between each time someone gets hit with something, they could get hit with multiple things, right? So someone could get Malzahar ulted, and they could get, like, Morg binded right after that. So you want to make sure that your W is up as often as possible to save people. It also does a lot of damage. So if you eat people with your W, then it does, like, up to 32% of their max health damage. So that's obviously very powerful. It's decent wave clear as well, although I don't recommend using it as wave clear a lot of the time. That is an option. So your W is just your bread and butter, your most powerful ability, and lowering the cooldown is really important. The Tongue Lash cooldown never goes down, and the mana, like, you just do more damage. Like, the slow does go up a little bit, and you do more damage, which is good. But this lowers the cooldown. It does more damage, both when you spit minions and when you eat people. And I think that's just really where you want to be most of the time, is leveling this up, maxing this out by the time you get to level 9 or 10, depending on when you start leveling it. So I would get 2 or 3 points of Q in lane, then switch over to W after that. And then, of course, max your Q after you max your W. And then your E is the last thing that you max. Okay, as far as items, this is the biggest thing I think you can improve on. I think that you need to go more support items. Like, the problem with going something like Dead Man's Plate is it's 2,900 gold, which is obscenely expensive for a support. That's really, really expensive, especially when you compare it to something like Knight's Vow that's only 2,300. gives very similar armor and health, and has the utility of giving you the CDR, which is very important, like I mentioned earlier, and protecting your AD carry or whomever you decide to put the active on. So I think Knight's Vow is just superior to Dead Man's Plate in virtually every way. This does give you a little bit of extra move speed, but I don't think it's worth it, and it's 600 gold cheaper. I'm not sure what you were building here either. You might have been going for Spirit Visage or something, but you need to just go for support items. Like, you need to be getting Dead Man's Plate, Eye of the Equinox, probably Locket of the Iron Solari, and Redemption. Like, you need the team fighting cheap items. In general, when you're playing support, unless it's an AP support, you need to be thinking, like, is this item more than 2,400 gold? If so, you should probably consider not getting it. The support items are deliberately designed to be cheaper so that you can hit your item spikes faster and you don't have to wait on them as long. Gargoyle Stoneplate is one that's optional that could be pretty good. That can protect you when you're trying to save people, and obviously that has really good synergy with Locket, because you can pop your Gargoyle and then lock it for a huge shield. So that is something that could potentially be useful. But I definitely think that you want Eye of the Equinox, Knight's Vow, Locket, almost always. Maybe Redemption before Locket if they don't have a lot of AP. But you want the team fight items. You want Knight's Vow plus team fight items. Okay, what else? Good masteries. Overall, I like that. What you have going on there. Just going down to the Stoneborn Pact. That does open you up to be able to get Ardent Censer if you want to, but I've tried that out a few times on him. It's not that great. Another thing you might want to consider is Zeke's. On him, Zeke's Convergence is actually quite good. It does give you the armor that you want. It gives you the CDR that you want. And if you press ult, then it will trigger the Zeke's even if you cancel the ult. So if you put that on Jhin and then press your ult and cancel it in the middle of a team fight, it still gives him the buff, and your ult only goes on a 10-second cooldown. So you really can have this up, every 45 seconds per the Zeke's Convergence internal cooldown of 45 seconds. So you really can have it up almost all the time if you just press hold. So that's a really nice interaction with Tahm Kench. So I would probably... We'll see how the game's going, how Jin's doing, but I think that, even after Equinox, you might consider just rushing a Zeke's before you get Knight's Vow. If you're losing really hard, if Jhin is really far behind, then you might want to go Knight's Vow and not get Zeke's, but I think Zeke should probably go in here somewhere, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Just go... Zeke's Convergence. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 if you want to get that. Or you could go Redemption. Redemption is still good on him, even though you don't have a lot of plus healing and shielding. Just the extra healing is really nice. But I think generally this is the stuff you're going to want to stick to. The masteries are good. Okay, so just looking at the pregame here, I think that you're probably going to lose this lane. Draven is very strong, and you don't offer a lot of fighting. Tahm Kench is really a peeler, and you can really leverage his ultimate if you communicate that with your team. That's something that I put down, is you're going to have to tell your jungler, hey, I'm level 6, meet me at the tri-bush, or whatever, or just meet me up lane a little bit, and we can warp behind him and kill him. Because Morgan and Draven do not have good escapes if you flank them. So if you warp in behind them, then you should be able to get some pretty easy kills. Just as long as their jungler doesn't show up too. So I think that's something very powerful, but you have to communicate that. Like, your jungler is not going to know that. They're not going to plan around that. They're just not going to know. So you have to ping it and just say, hey, come down here, free kills, and then ping your ult. Say, I can warp you behind them. Because a lot of people just they don't play with Tahm Kench very often. They don't know what his ult does. They don't know the cooldown on it. You have to tell them. But it's very, very powerful if you use it correctly. So be sure to communicate that with Zen and see if you can get him behind Draven and Morg. It should be easy kills. And then, of course, in the lane, just do your best to farm. Use your W to cancel Morg binds if she hits it on Jhin. It's okay if she hits Jhin and you have it up. It's not okay if she hits you. If she hits you, that's a big problem. So just make sure, because then Draven's going to get 2 or 3 hits on you and you're going to be sitting in that W, and that's going to be really bad. But if she hits Jhin, you can just eat him immediately and pull him out of it. Okay. Enemy team's likely going to outscale you. You need to try to close this out early. So they have Master Yi and Draven scale really hard. Kayn can be a problem later on in the game. And then Malzahar can do some pretty good damage later on too. Like, your Zen can do some damage, like Yasuo can do some damage, but they're much easier to deal with than Master Yi and Draven. So, like, once Master Yi or Draven gets like really hyper fed and Morg throws a black shield on him, there's just not much your team's going to do about it. You don't have much CC at all. Like, really, at all. Like, I guess you have like a Renekton stun if he gets close enough. You can maybe, like with Zen, knock somebody up. Same thing with Yasuo. It's just very, very conditional. And that's an all AD team also. So if they're paying attention, then Kayn and Yi can actually build some armor. And everybody on their team, I imagine, is probably going to get Ninja Tabis. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. So I think that the key here is going to be leveraging your ult. You have to get kills with your ult to close out the game early. Like, you have to warp behind bottom with Zen and get kills. Or you have to try to ult middle with your jungler or Jhin or something. Like, you have to use your mobility and your roaming to get kills. Your ult's on a very low cooldown. It's like 120 seconds to start. Not very low, I guess, but pretty low. And you really, really need to leverage that. You can't just not use your ult this game, because you have to close out. You can't go more than 25 minutes or you're probably going to lose. So it's a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. You want to keep the dragon warded as well so that Master Yi can't potentially go up and steal it early on. That's a big problem, so you want to make sure that you're using one of your wards to protect that early on. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. Now, I will say that there's a gentleman coming to do some yard work today for us that we commissioned, and, you know, typically I would like to do the yard work myself, but Sandra's parents commissioned this guy like a few weeks ago, and he just really needs the money. We really can't, we can kind of afford it, but just barely. Anyways, it's a whole thing, but I feel sorry for him, and so I do like to pay him. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit, just to we have a small yard just to trim the grass. We just drop him a little bit of money, and so he's going to be stopping by, and he's really poor and needs our help, so we help him out. So I might have to drop out of here for a second and go just pay him. It should take no longer than just like 2 minutes if he shows up in the middle of this video, but I've got to make it. I've got to keep going. I've got a stack of like 5 of these coaching videos I need to do before 6 a.m. and I've got to stream later, and it's 6 p.m. right now, so I really just got to keep pushing through. So sorry, I'll let you know if I'm going to go do that, and then I'll come back and you can go get a drink or something and catch up. So I don't edit the videos either. So I know it's not like super professional to like walk out and, you know, disappear from a video for a few minutes without editing it out, but that's just how it is. So I apologize if that's inconvenient, but that just allows me, I can't afford a video editor, and it would take me a ton of extra time to edit these videos. And I would rather just make more videos, frankly. Just make more and more and more raw content. Yeah, you need to run. Don't taunt them, just leave. Oh god, now Zen's dead. He should not have showed his head outside of that. Oh my god. Yeah, so when they bind you there, and you can run, you should run and not taunt them. Wow, y'all turned that around? Oh no, they killed you, okay. I thought you turned it around for a second. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, so that's bad. Y'all need to run. What? You're down a person. Okay. Yeah, you need to be pinging them back. I know you pinged them a lot, but just... you need to just be more careful. And definitely, once you get caught, do not taunt, run immediately. You should probably have just flashed that earlier, I think. Alright, well... well, Draven got a kill. That's really bad. You got a kill, but it doesn't matter because you didn't buy yet. Honestly, you probably should have bought instead of leashing for Zen. I know that might make him mad, but like, you're at half health, and you're sitting on probably like 500 gold right now. You can't fight him, so don't even think about it. Eat him, eat him, eat him. You need to eat him as soon as he gets binded. There's no way you're fighting him. He has a longsword on you right now. So he deals like 15% more damage or something than your Draven. Oh god. You just tell him to back. Back. Just eat him and back. No, it won't let you do that. I wish it would. Well, he wasted a lot of time, so now he's probably going to get tempted into coming back up here. He's going to get more binded and he's going to die, probably. Yeah, that's really bad. Really bad. He should have just backed immediately. Now he's going to stay. We taking bets on how long it's going to take him to die? He might make it at this point, because you're almost back. Okay. You need to watch him like a hawk. If he gets hit with a Q, you need to eat him immediately. He's probably down a million. He's only down 5 CS, actually. Draven's just missing on open CS, so that's good. What'd you get? Upgraded, yeah, upgraded gold item. Yeah, you need to try to put a ward in here. Okay, now Draven's getting ahead. No, like, you can't get binded. If they bind Jhin, that's fine, but you can't be the one that gets binded. Oh, she's gonna bind you. No, run, 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 run. Okay. Good bait, a little scary. There's Yi. Do not get binded or you're dead. Oh, why did he do that? Oh, God. Pretty lucky Morg didn't bind there. Okay, good eat. Good job. That's good. Good. You got a Q? Okay, eat her. No, don't eat her with that shield on. Eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him. Did you have your... Okay, well, he got executed, so whatever. Yeah, don't... You didn't try to eat her, but if she has that black shield on, don't try to eat her, because it won't work. But you should have eaten the Zen once he dives. That is one great thing about Tahm Kench, is you can eat people who are tower diving and doing ridiculous stuff and save them. Alright, what'd you get? BF. 2 kills. What are you gonna get? Sightstone, right? What are you waiting on? Okay, Sightstone, control ward. That's too much to wait. That's too long to wait. Yeah, he's dead. So here's the problem. Like, waiting to complete Sightstone is okay, but waiting to complete, like, 2 biscuits is not. Like, that's too long to wait. Because you gotta remember, it's a time bomb. When you're not in lane and your AD carry's in lane, you are rolling the dice. How much... I don't know how much gold you have right now. Wish I could see that somewhere in here. There's probably got to be some way, right? Say gold? I don't know how to see the gold. I don't know. But, like, as soon as you back, like, if you just bought your items right now and followed him, he wouldn't have died. Because the longer your AD carry sits in lane, the more likely they are to die. And you set up here for probably, like, 25 to 30 seconds. Actually, we can look and see how long you sat in the shop. Like, you should not be in the shop for more than 10 seconds unless you're waiting on a big item. Like, big. You know, like, Sightstone. Like, you didn't have enough for Sightstone and you really needed it. That's an acceptable time to wait. Now, if you're just waiting on, like, a couple of biscuits or something, that's not okay. Okay, so, like, 6:47. So you were in the shop for like 40 seconds. That's about... It takes 30 seconds to walk from fountain to lane. So you could have been in lane already if you just backed immediately. Well, you're not even all the way done yet, are you? No, you back one more time to grab a couple of biscuits. Yeah, so that's, you know, like 50 seconds when you were in the shop. So you could have been here 20 seconds ago and that wouldn't have happened. And that's a big, big deal because it gives Draven a kill and he's going to get a lot of bonus gold out of that. And it's going to deny him cannon wave. So he's going to lose this and then 6 of these. So this is worth... I think cannon's worth 45 gold, something like that. Each one of these, I believe, is worth like 18. I don't know the exact numbers on something. I should, but you know, this is worth like 45. Each one of these is worth like 20 on average, something like that. So that's like 120, 150 gold, and then Draven just picked up probably 300 plus his Draven bonus would be 400 plus the assist on Morg. Be an extra 150, so that's 650 plus 120 is like 770 plus the 40. It's like over 800 gold basically because you were at the shop too long. There's a swing of 800 gold there to the enemy. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. And you guys are going to lose this experience. So he's probably still level 5, and they're going to be level 7. You're level 4. They're level 6. Well, he's losing all of this, too. He's losing even more than I calculated. It's like 800, 900 gold. And now they're really, really far ahead in experience. Like, he's going to pop 7 here soon. Morg's probably already 6. She's 5, but she's going to hit 6 any moment. And you're both a long ways off of that. So, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe you had to answer a call or a text or something. But you need to try as much as possible to... He's gonna get baited and die, I guess, but... Okay. You need to try as much as possible to buy and get out. What was... I guess that's Jen's thing. Okay, so I'll write that down. You know, I'm guilty of doing that too, not being fast enough sometimes, but... It's bad. Like, you need to be fast in the shop. Like, right now, you're up there again in the shop. What did you complete? Let me see. So how long are you in the shop this time? Let me see. So you've already been dead for... Oh, let me see. Because dead time counts as time in the shop. We'll say. So you should be, like, running out of the shop, like, as soon as you spawn, because you have, like, 20 seconds to buy, unless you're specifically waiting on something. So it's 20 seconds. That's 8:49. Okay. So you start rolling out again at 9:21. So that's like another 40 seconds. So that's 20 seconds you were in the shop that you didn't really have to be in the shop. Where's Jen? Oh, there he is. Okay. So that's another 20 seconds. And that's 20 seconds you could use to like ward over here and get back over here, or ward dragon and get back over here, or just be here and help him pressure. So you gotta shop faster. Like I said, if you're completing a big item, like you absolutely need that last gold to complete Sightstone or to complete like Locket or something like that, then okay. But if you're just kind of milling about and just picking up small items, that's not worth it. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, like I said, but the way that I broke it down before, I hope illustrated why it's a big deal. And yeah, that was a particularly bad case because you gave up a kill to a Draven and lost like a wave and a half. But that happens a lot. It happens so much. Even on, you know, stream, you see it happen to me a lot. Not that I'm shopping a lot, but that I'm out of lane. You know, I'm going to go ward or something, and the AD carry just will die. Like, they won't respect that at all. But even if they did respect it, even if Jhin didn't die, you still would have lost experience of the tower. And Jhin still would have, like, lost some CS because he can't step up. He would have to play defensively and back a lot more. If he was doing the smart thing and not dying, he would still be losing CS. So, you need to be up there as much as you can be. Draven is huge right now. You do not want to fight this guy. If one of you gets binded and he pops out of this bush and hits you with that Dust Blade, it's going to knock off like a 30 of your health. Maybe even more. Okay, so this is where you need to be calling in your jungler. Run, 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 run. You need to be telling Zen right now. First of all, you need to have Dragon warded. Because you know Yi's not top side, right? Because Zen's up there and he didn't see him. So there's a really high probability he's either coming to gank you right now, or he's doing Dragon right now. Okay, good block. He might be counter-ganking middle. You need to be careful, because you don't have any of this, like, you have this ward. It's too late. If he comes around here and Morg, like, flash ults you. Okay, he just got a kill, so he counter-ganked middle. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, exhaust, exhaust, exhaust. Okay, you guys made it. You need to run. Yi's coming. He's right there. Alright, it's gonna be a double kill. Yeah. You didn't want to exhaust the Morg there. She's not gonna do anything at that point. I think you should have exhausted the Draven earlier, but you don't need to exhaust the Morg, and y'all need to run. Like, don't chase Morg under tower, because you just saw Yi kill somebody mid lane, and he's probably going to go for Dragon, right? Like, that's... You want to get into your junk, like, into the enemy's state of mind, right? Like, you get a kill, you're close to Dragon, what are you going to go do? You're going to go do the Dragon. So even if you didn't see that he left and went down bottom river, which I know you're in a fight, you probably didn't see that. I probably wouldn't have seen it either if I wasn't sitting here watching. But just pay attention when it says, like, enemy kills somebody, middle lane. Like, see those little portraits pop up, and you're like, oh crap. You know, Yi just killed middle. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go to Dragon. If he's on his way to Dragon already, and you guys are pushed up here at this tower, of course he's gonna come around and flank you. So, you know, you gotta just back up. And he could have been down there so often too. Like, even if he didn't show up middle, because you know he wasn't top, because Zen was in his jungle and you didn't see him. And you guys would have had a bigger heads up on that if he had Dragon warded. Well, I don't know why he hasn't taken Dragon, but you need to get a ward on this, like, immediately. And right now, go ward this. You need to ward this, or you need to ward right here. I understand you can't ward the Tribush because they're going to stop you from doing that. But you need to get a ward on this Dragon. You need to ward Dragon, and you need to, like, this is a really good way to get around this, sort of. So if you ward this, it's going to see if they walk anywhere through this whole junction, which is a really popular place to walk. Now, they could still come through Tribush and kill you this way, so you still have to be careful, but warding here is better than nothing. It will give you some vision. It also lets you know if Malzahar is roaming. So... I never heard that because I've never played Jhin, so I haven't heard his little violin stuff, but that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Y'all need to run. You need to run. Yi could be rolling up right now. He's not middle, he's not top. You've got wards up here, you don't see him. There he is. Yep, so you're both probably gonna die. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not a psychic, right? I'm just This is the thought process you have to go through. You don't have Tri-Warded, and you can't, to be fair, because Draven can push you off of that. You don't see him top lane, because Renekton's already pushed in all the way, and they have this warded, so you know he's not topside. You know he's not middle, because they just made a play middle and killed Malzahar, and he didn't show up there. Dragon is still up, for some reason, I don't know why, but it is, so he's going to want that eventually. So all signs point to he's on the bottom side of the map, and you were fighting them for like 30 seconds around their tower, pushed up with no vision, right? So he had all day to get there. He could have even been in the base at that point and just straight run over here to get you. So he had all day. So if you have extended fights like that and you haven't seen the jungler, you just have to leave until you get vision. And I know it sucks. That's something I've had to work on too, is sometimes you just got to play more defensively. Especially if the jungler camps you. Okay, see, now they warded. This is where your ward should have been, is here and here. Okay. Everyone else is doing well in this game, though, so if you guys can just stop dying by... Now, let me pause and just point this out, too. It looks fine, right, bot lane, because... Hold on, let me go ahead and... shot faster... Respect the jungler, ward more... Play safer. So it looks all good, right? Like KDA wise, right? Like you've got your 6 and 4 Jhin, and you're 2 and 3, and it's like, okay, whatever. You know, you've got 8 kills, you've died 7 times as a group bottom lane. That's good, right? Because they've died 8 times and they have 4 kills. That looks all good, right? But the problem is Jhin does not scale nearly as well as Master Yi does, and this Master Yi is 7 and 4. And I think he got 4 kills off you guys bottom. He just got 2, and I think earlier he got 2. So he has at least 4 kills off of you bottom lane. And that is huge. That's not good. You know? You're playing the fights well, right? Like, you guys are getting the kills when it's 2-on-2, but it's not 2-on-2 because the jungler is going to keep coming down here. Because he knows you don't have summoners. You're pushed up really far. You don't have escapes, really. Like, you can eat him and try to run, but if you're right here, you're not going to make it, especially if he has a slow off a red buff. So it looks on paper like, okay, we're doing well, right? But it's not the way you want the lane to go. If you just played safer, think about this. If you just played safer, it just took a couple of those kills, right? So, like, you didn't chase the Morg that one time. You just got the Jhin kill, and you're like, okay, cool, let's push it in a tower and just back up. That would have been... You +1, Yi -2. That last one, when you get 2 and he gets 2, that still would have been... It's disadvantageous because they were already really low. They were going to have to back, you know, and they got bailed out by Yi coming in. So if you didn't like go for those kills, you probably would have had a Jhin that was something like 4 and 2. And 2, and you would have been like 2 and 1 and 5, and that's a lot better. That's a lot better because then you're denying these kills from Yi. Also, he could have taken this dragon so many times, just for some reason he didn't. But he could have had this dragon. He could have pushed harder and probably taken your tower if he really wanted to. There's so many more macro things that he could have done to punish you for that, and that he just didn't do. So we'll carry on, but that's really important that you don't give them free stuff like that. And it's... I've got the Fog of War on here. I don't know where he is. I know just as much as you would know watching this. And he's probably coming. They could teleport behind you, too. Well... Yeah, there he is. He's gonna kill all of you, probably. Triple kill, man. Yep. And that's, you know, like I said, I'm not a psychic. It's like, let's go back and look, right? So all of this is from not respecting the jungler. Like, this Master Yi has 7 kills now off of bottom lane. 7 kills off of bottom lane. And this isn't all your fault. I'm not saying it's all your fault, but you need to be the one to speak the voice of reason to these people. You need to tell them, hey, let's not do that. Okay, so you just cleared this. You need to ward this. Do you have wards? Yeah, you do. You need to ward this right now, because this is the way that he's going to come to kill you all. So if he's in base or whatever, you know he's probably not in the jungle, because you have this warded. And you're going to see him if he comes down this way. So this is not really as much of a problem, because you do have some vision. The one way he's going to get you is if he runs up lane, or if he hooks around this way. So you need to ward this right now, and that will give you some more vision. You might even want to like walk over here and like ward this. But you need to ward something, either this or this, if you guys are going to try to make this play. Because you got to be thinking right now, okay, mid's missing. Who's dead? Who do you know is dead? None of them are dead. Mid's missing, Kane's missing, and Yi's missing. Now, I don't know if you swept this stuff. I don't think you probably swept this stuff. So they could TP behind you, in theory. Unless you know this is swept. But even if they can't, they could just run up the lane at you. Okay? So you're trying to take this right now. When she does that, red flag. That is a red flag. If they're trying to defend this, and she goes into full-on, like, ulti mode, someone's coming. Like, you need to be thinking, oh crap, someone is here, right? So you don't need to be this far on the side of the tower to pressure them either. Just back up. Like, your job as Tahm Kench is if she binds one of these people, you need to pull them off so they don't take too many tower shots. You do not need to be up here pressuring. So you have no vision of this. Anyone could be here. It could be Malzahar. It could be any of them. So you don't need to go up there. Tahm Kench is not really a pressure type of tank. He's a hang back and peel type of tank. So that's what you should be doing. So what happens is because you were too far forward there, they stopped hitting the tower, and they started trying to hit Morgana to save you. Or to hit somebody. They stopped hitting the tower once you stepped over there. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. So right here, you should just be autoing this tower. Do not walk up there. See, because Jhin just started hitting her instead of the tower. So they could have had the tower. Well, now you got out, and you need to be thinking, like, get out. They're still not middle. They're not top. And Morgana just acted crazy there, so the only reason she would do that is if she had backup, probably. Now, maybe not. Maybe she is just crazy. But most likely, it's because she has backup. And there he is. Yeah. So, if you had this warded or this warded, you would have seen him coming, and you could have just backed up all the way. He's so strong right now, you know? I mean, he's got an Infinity Edge plus the Blood Razor. Like, you guys have to respect that. Okay. Alright, y'all got top tower, or top thing, which is good. This should be building into Knight's Vow, but I think you're going to get Dead Man's Plate instead. He just lagged out or something? I don't know. Need to run. You need to go. You're not going to be able to save him in time. Yeah, so I think you need a lot more wards. Okay. He's out of control now. He's just gonna go around and kill everybody, and there's not really a lot you can do at this point as Tahm Kench. No, don't hunt him down. No, 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 no. Don't. Just leave him alone. I guess. Red team's turret has been destroyed. I mean, Zen's pretty big too, but the score looks close, but it's really not that close. They are very, very far ahead at this point because of that Yi. You need to ward this. Just leave, just leave. Just leave. Alright, ward this. Like, you need to be dropping wards, like, ward this, ward this. Just anywhere you're walking, just start putting wards down. Ward this. Just use the wards, get them on the map. Even if they're not in optimal places. Just get wards on the map. I can't see if it's going to tell me how many I have placed.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Y'all need to leave. 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 Yee's gonna kill you. You need to run. You haven't used your ult all game either. And this is one thing, remember, that I said in the pregame, you can't go all game without using your ult. You have to use your ult to Tahm Kench. Like, you gotta, like, rotate middle right now. Ult, get in here. Use your ult to get here. Wait, did you use... When did you use your ult? Okay, well, I missed it. I guess you used it at some point. Did you just use it to go up lane or something? You need to be using it to rotate on people. Eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him. You can eat people out of a Malzahar ult. Oh, what? Oh, did you use your W to clear a wave? Oh, you ate the Yasuo. Yeah... Wait, why did you... Okay, because he was going to take a tower shot or something. He's going to kill everybody. Yeah, y'all are pushed up way too far with no wards. How many do you have? Maybe you didn't have any there. I don't know, but if you guys are going to push up to that, like, you have to ward stuff. Like, here, 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 here. It's just really dangerous against that Yi, because if he ever flanks and gets in there, you're basically dead. Like, you have to have a Knight's Vow right now. And probably a Locket just for the shielding. Can you eat him? I would have just eaten him and run, probably. After he kills the first person, just let him get out. I would wait until the tower targets the Yasuo back here before you eat. Just let the tower target him, because it may have targeted you instead, and then you would have had your W. But you didn't know that Mouse is going to flash ult, but, you know, you should know that could be a possibility, potentially. You need to be pinging Yi and telling them to back up, because he's going to roll up here in a second and just, like, kill everybody. Where's Yi? Okay, there's Yi, there's Yi. You need to look for him. He's the only thing that matters right now. You need to save your exhaust for Yi. You don't have exhaust right now, but that's what you need to be thinking. Like, Yi. Okay, y'all need to back up. He's gonna kill him. Mao's probably gonna ult him. Yi's gonna kill him. Or Mao's is just gonna kill him. Yeah. Y'all need to run. You need Knight's Vow right now to protect people from Yi. The thing is, like, Dead Man's Plate protects you, but Knight's Vow protects you and your partner, to some extent. Like, Frozen Heart would be okay against Master Yi here, sorta, kinda. I don't think so, though. I think you just want Knight's Vow. Frozen Heart would slow down his attack speed. You need more wards in here. These are good wards. But their next objective is going to be Baron. And you got to watch carefully because they can get Baron really easily. Like, if they go up there and kill the Zen right now, then they're going to be able to get Baron. Now, Yi's right here, so that's good. I'd suicide. Eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him. Okay. Tongue Lash. Okay, there you go. Alright, Zen's getting a tower, which is good. They just completely ignored him. Oh, he already has the tower. You need to ping him back. If he stays in this jungle, they're probably going to kill him. He might get away with it. You need to get, like, wards around here. I know it's hard when they're pushing in the middle. Obviously, you can't do it. But, like, right now, you could. You need to run in this way. And ward here, here, and probably, like, drop a pink here. You have a pink, right? Yeah. Or a control ward. I guess a red. Be closer to accurate at this point. Ping back, ping back. That's warded. It's gonna be bad. This is looking bad. You need wards if y'all want to do this. Like, you need to... He's right there. Oh, God. Y'all are split up. Eat him. I'll just eat him and run after he gets slowed by the Draven. Why is he fighting? Just ping back a lot and just say get out of there. Like, you don't have vision in here. Ooh, that would have been good, but Black Shield. Yeah, y'all need to get him right now. Ping this a lot. Y'all are going to chase this, and they're going to get an inhibitor. You need to use your ult. Go up there with somebody. Ping it. No, they get that for free. I mean, that was the right play. It was a little slow. I'm not sure what the pick order was here. Like, Tahm Kench is good in a Morgana. If you saw, they have a Master Yi. Never, ever pick a Tahm Kench and a Master Yi, because if this happens, if they get too far ahead, you just don't have enough crowd control. And it's just really hard to deal with them right now. Okay. Okay. Alright. Thanks, dear. Okay, I think... Let's see here. Yeah, there's not a ton at this point you could do. I think maybe... Not anything straightforward you could do. I think maybe you could split with Yi or something. Or with Zen. And then when they try to go middle, you could ult behind him. If you want to try to get fancy, but... Okay, it looks like he can solo Yi. Sort of. But yeah, I think that was a pretty big mistake. You need to be pinging people back and just, like, ult in to stop them. With Zen, specifically. I mean, I do think that definitely having Knight's Vow would help. I think Locket would help to some extent. Zeke's would probably help. It would give, like, if you had a Zeke's right now on Zen, he could definitely duel the Yi. It would give him 50% more damage on his attacks. He could definitely do it. Because he hurts pretty badly. And if you had a Knight's Vow on him, that would be excellent too. Yeah, warding's good. Yeah, get the scuttle. Need to ward right here. This is where you ward for Baron. If you're trying to ward to position for Baron, you need to ward here and here. He's probably caught. You need to... How strong? Yasuo is not very strong at all. Jin's kind of strong, but it doesn't matter. No, no, no. Don't use your W like that. If they see that, they could definitely run at you and punish you for that. They're going to come rolling out of here. Need to ward over this wall if you have any wards left. Eat him. Yeah, run him in there. Spit him out. Yeah, if you had a Knight's Vow and a Locket there on him, you guys probably could have cleaned that up. Because if Zen just gets to sit there and do his thing and just auto-attack... Okay. So this one has some pretty easily identifiable stuff, I think. Okay. So I think number one, shop much faster. I'll say 10 seconds max. Really, you should be walking out of the shop in 5 seconds or less. You need to have your item pages like you see me on the channel. Do the item pages. If you need help figuring that out, just email me. I can tell you. I have demonstrated on the stream how to use the item pages. It's basically under, I believe, your collection page. Then you can go to items. I guess I can go ahead and pull it up. Let me close the window. Here, I can just show you really quickly. So I'll pull it up really quickly and show you how we looking on time. Pretty good, pretty good. Yay, cool. Oh crap, what did I press on? Where did I press? Okay, what? Emotes. Okay, yeah, it's under the collection, items. Just click on one of these. You can make your own under the make your own. And then you just drag and drop, put your items over here, name them however you want. And you need to have this ready to go, and this helps you shop so much faster. So what I do is I just have my core items here. I have enchanter items here. I have tank items here. And AP stuff items here. And then I just know, like, as soon as I go to shop, like, as you're backing, you need to be thinking, this is what I'm going to buy. This is what I need to buy. And just be thinking that the whole time while you're in lane. Okay, if I go back, I need to get a Sightstone here. Or I need to get a tier 2 gold item here. Or as soon as I get the Relic Shield, if I have enough gold left over, I'm going to get a cloth armor. Or I'm going to get some boots. Or something like that. Like, just be thinking, like, what you're going to buy. Ideally ahead of time before you even back. And at the latest, you should be thinking that while you're backing. Okay, I've got this much gold. And then just, like, go ahead and open it up in the shop. Start looking at it. But keep an eye on your mini-map. You know, make sure that someone doesn't jump you while you're doing that. But be ready to buy as soon as you get back into the shop. So I think that just having all that ready could be very helpful. So that's a big thing, is to shop faster. Should be done 10 seconds or less, ideally in like 5 seconds. Like you should get back, just buy it and run out of base as fast as you can. And that helps you, like I said, get back sooner during the video. Helps you get back sooner so that your AD carry doesn't die while you're not in the lane. And it also helps you not miss experience. It gives you time to go ward dragon or ward in their jungle without missing as much experience. It's just you can do things productive on the map. And you know, that 140-second buy there when you came in, like I said, that was a massive swing. It was like 800 gold to the enemy bot laner because it denied CS at your tower, it gave Draven a kill, and then you fell behind an experience after that. So you guys still did pretty well in the lane, but just imagine if you hadn't given them that 800 gold swing. But overall, you did pretty well in a 2-on-2 situation there despite that, but that would definitely help out a lot. Okay, and the biggest number one thing, respect the jungler, respect darkness. So if you do not see the jungler on the map and you have not seen him in a while, just assume he's on your side of the map. And if you fight an extended fight, he's going to be there. So he might just actively be waiting in a bush to gank you. But even if that's not true, if you have like a 30-second fight, he could be at his golems and just decide, oh, okay, I'll go over there. Or he could even be in base, like that one time I pointed out. He could be all the way in base and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go over there and just clean up all these kills because the fights take so long. And a lot of that is because Tahm Kench doesn't do a lot of burst damage. Jhin does pretty good damage, but you're not going to blow them up typically instantly. It's going to take a long time to fight them. Bot lane. This is the biggest thing. I think that the bot lane stuff. You gave him 4 early kills to Master Yi, and you gave him the bot lane when you were all trying to dive that tower that one play. It was 3 more kills. He got 7 kills off of bot lane. And that's really who won them the game. I mean, the enemy team was all about Master Yi. If Master Yi was not that fed, if he had only even 2 or 3 kills instead of 7 off of that, then the Zen absolutely could have dueled him and crushed him every single fight. But because the Master Yi was so strong, then they just had too much damage for your team. So, those 2 places I told you about, ward the dragon itself so that you can see the river and keep an eye on the dragon, and then ward over the dragon pit where the blast plant is. That lets you see that little avenue there. That's a great place to ward. People almost never pink it, because if they have a pink, let me show you. So you want to ward here, and then you want to ward here. The reason this is such a great place, first of all, you can get to it pretty easily through the dragon pit. Most people aren't going to catch you out when you do that. If this is warded, the mid laner or the jungler could collapse and kill you while you do it, but unlikely early in the game. So you can ward this, walk down, ward this. And the great part about this is it sees if the mid laner is trying to run down through here also. This is a very popular route for the jungler to go for all kinds of purposes. So, this spot is not as good as this spot in the jungle, but it's still pretty good. And the thing is, it's not going to get pinked because most people will put a pink either here or here. And both of those spots are not going to spot this. Or this. This is a rare spot for people to pink, but they might actually sweep it. The jungler might sweep this at one point, but this is somewhere where they do not sweep or pink the vast majority of the time. So this is a premier spot. So I would just make sure you ward here and ward here. After you killed the pink ward, right when you're going to dive here, I pointed out you should either ward this, or you could actually come over and ward here. Ward this wall. I would probably just ward here, actually. Then you see if he's coming up lane, and you would see if he's coming down this avenue. So this is the best place. If you were too scared to walk all the way over there, then just warding here would still give you some vision, although it might be too late when the 3 of you are trying to take this tower. But that was a huge deal, as you didn't have vision on Master Yi, and he punished you guys so hard when that happened. He got 7 kills bot, and if you would have seen him, then you probably would have played differently. And just understanding, just paying attention to the map too, and just thinking, okay, they just killed middle. Where's Master Yi going to go? He's probably going to go try to get dragon. And so when you were pushed up bottom, even without wards, you could think, oh crap, he just killed middle. I better back up because of this. Or you could think, okay, he's not top lane. The top laner's pushed up to here. They have a ward here. He's not mid lane because, there is just a huge fight mid lane. So where could he possibly be? He's going to be on the bot side of the map. And that's when he came up and double killed you the second time. So even if you don't have wards, you can still kind of intuitively think you should be thinking this is really dangerous. Like we need to back up because there's a high probability that he's on the bottom side of the map if you don't see him top and if you don't see him mid. A general rule of thumb is if there's a lot of action and their jungler doesn't show up, he's not on that side of the map. Probably. Like there's a chance, that he's just like casually farming Gromp when the when your top laner's pushed up to here, or he's farming wolves or something. Very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. Or like mid lane, he could have been like grabbing the scuttle or something and just decided he didn't want to join in the mid lane fight that was going on for like 20 seconds. Not likely. He's almost always going to show up. So if you don't see him at these fights or like trying to pressure someone who's pushed up too far, then he's going to be on your side of the map. Like 90%.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay. So yeah, just play safer in general. Okay, so just constantly ask yourself, where's the jungler likely to be right now? What's he doing? If his blue just spawned, he's probably around blue. If his red just spawned, he's probably around red. If it's 3 minutes into the game and he hasn't ganked bot lane, he's probably on the top side of the map. If it's like 4.5 minutes into the game and you haven't seen him topside, then he's probably on the bottom of the side of the map doing golems or something. So, in depth, if you're really trying to be knowledgeable at like a higher level play, you would understand like what common jungle paths are. So you would know that a lot like this jungler is going to start Raptors, then he's going to get red, then he's going to go blue, then he's going to gank top. You would know that. Or you might say, well, this jungler has to have blue early on. It's Fiddlestick, so he's going to start blue, and then he's going to work his way down to bottom, and he's going to get there in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, double buffed, ready to gank. So, you don't have to quite take it to that level. I'm not going to go into all that right here, but just in general, just be thinking, where would the jungler want to be? And if he doesn't show up to action, he's probably not on that side of the map. And then, okay, so if they have a strong flanker, you need to make sure that your flanks are warded. So anytime you're trying to go up to siege like a mid lane tower, or you're trying to go do anything, you need to just drop wards on the side. Like just overall, there need to be a lot more wards in that game. Like just dropping wards everywhere. As you're running, if someone's chasing you, just drop some wards. You're rotating to go make a play middle, drop some wards. You needed to use your ult. So you needed to use your ult with Zen to coordinate ganks to kill people. That's a little bit more advanced, but that's something that you just have to do with Tahm Kench. His ult is very powerful if you use it correctly, and it's completely worthless if you don't. So you need to be using that Tahm Kench ult to like warp behind people. So something you can do, and they fall for this almost every time bot lane, just leave your Draven alone in the lane, or not your Draven, your Jhin alone in the lane. As soon as Morg goes in to try to do something to him, and their Draven just ult behind him, and then they have no escapes and you kill them. So that should happen every like 2 minutes. Just tell Zen, hey, every time this is off cooldown, come here. Come to the tri-bush, meet me, we'll ult behind him, kill him. I promise you, especially in bronze and silver, you can get kills like on cooldown. Every 2 minutes, 2 kills. Boom, boom, boom. And it demoralizes the enemy team so badly. So you really, really need to leverage that a lot more. Especially against someone who doesn't have escapes like Draven. If you get behind him, he's dead. Right? With Zen. So that should be something that was happening a lot more. So you need to use your W. I saw you a couple times you were trying to use like for wave clear, or you were using it when it wasn't entirely necessary. And then people were dying because of that. So you want to make sure that you're saving that specifically to eat allies when they're in tough situations. That's just something you kind of have to feel out as Tahm Kench through a lot of games, but that's something to work on too, is your W usage. So I think the biggest things for this game are just shot much faster, respect the jungler, respect darkness, just constantly think where are they going to be, try to ward as best you can, throw down more wards, but even if you don't have wards in the proper spots, you can't get to them for whatever reason, you're scared or you're just out of wards or whatever, just think critically, like, where is the jungler? Where would they possibly want to be on a map if they're not at a point of interest, if they're not getting their blue that just spawned, if they're not at this fight that broke out top lane or whatever? There's a high probability they're on the bot side of the map. If you haven't seen them in a while, just assume they're probably on the bot side of the map. So until you have information about that jungler, you need to play much, much more conservatively. Okay. And, you know, if your AD carry just keeps going hard, just stand behind them. That will make them back up a lot of times. Just stand behind them, and then if the jungler shows up, you can eat and run and maybe flash out. You can flash while you have people in your mouth. So that might be something that you could definitely work on there. Ward more in general for sieges. Use your ult to get picks, and be more conservative with your W. I think those are all good things. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the donation. For those of you that are watching the video, Dylan is a member, but anyone else that wants to become a member, I highly welcome you to try it out. It's just $5 a month, less than a quarter a day. It gets you 10% discount on coaching videos just like this, $18 instead of $20. If you want to commission a guy, that's also $18 instead of $20. You get access to our members-only Discord. Really cool, a lot of fun, people sharing like fun images, talking with each other, talking about their day, talking about League. All kinds of robust, great conversations going on. You can set up games amongst yourselves who are members, even when the stream's not going on. So you can set up ARAMs, play normals with people. You can do a lot of cool things. On here, you can listen to music with people and watch the stream if you want. It's just a really cool, awesome community. So come on in and join. The $5 helps keep the riffraff out. Believe it or not, it's actually sometimes if you charge just a little bit for something, it improves the quality dramatically, because trolls aren't going to come in here and waste $5, because we'll just kick them out if they come in and start screaming racist stuff or accosting people or something like that. We just get them out of there, and they're not going to pay $5 to do it. So it makes it a much more clean, enjoyable environment, I think, just to charge a very, very small amount per month. Even just $5 a month, a quarter a day, will keep so much riffraff out of there and improve the experience for a lot of people. So that's really cool. And then you also get access on Viewers Night. You get to play typically multiple games with me every Tuesday night. It's a lot of fun. I play a bunch of unorthodox champions, and we all just get together, have a good time, experiment with some stuff, build some cool friendships. So I think it's a wonderful night on Tuesdays. So come by. We try to get everybody in who wants to play at least one game per night. Right now we get multiple games in per night for most people. Then you can also vote on champions that I play on Members Night as well as other nights as well. Through a straw poll. So anything that you want to see me play that I don't typically get to play, you can vote for it and I'll play it. And that's a lot of fun. And then if you're interested in Warhammer, I'm going to set up a straw poll pretty soon where you can vote on which Warhammer episodes I release every week. And whatever people vote for, I will make episodes for that faction and release them in relatively short order. Okay. And if you have any questions about anything, you can email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. If you want to set up a coaching session or you would like to become a member, just email me, let me know. Here's the member link if you want to join. Like I said, $5 a month, less than a quarter a day. It's real simple. PayPal, you set it up. One of the most trusted payment processors in the world. You can do it mobile. You can do it on your computer. You can do it anywhere. Cancel anytime. There's no contract, no cancellation fees, none of that. Just $5 as long as you keep enjoying the content. You can keep subscribing, or I guess subscribing would be what you'd say for Twitch, but you can keep perpetually being a member, I guess. And it really helps out. It truly does. $5 a month is not a lot to a lot of people. It's less than a quarter a day, like I said, but it really adds up, and it helps me keep doing the stuff that I want to do on the channel. I spend about 10 hours a day on the channel. It's a long time. It's like 70 hours a week. And obviously I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it, but that certainly does help me justify to my wife why I spend so much time on the channel, right? So it helps me say, look, at least I'm contributing something, by doing these, by running the channel. So it does help out, and it helps me run things like the Discord and just fund some of these other things that I really am interested in, all these other projects for the channel that are in the works. So anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.